Move to item number 4, appearance by Mr. Brent Hawkins, candidate for Ward 3, Lake Charles City Court Judge. Your name and address, please, sir.
Brent Hawkins, 700 Briarwood Drive, Lake Charles, Louisiana, 70605.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good evening. Funny thing happened on the way in today. I was walked up the stairs outside, and I see this big old Jamie Bice sign, big picture. I'm like, wow, he looks really tall. I'm thinking, I'm like, he's probably the tallest one of us running. I was, whew. Then I took a little comfort, and I thought about it. I said, well, he's the tallest, but I'm the best looking, so I'm going to be all right. Look, I thank y'all for the opportunity to be here. I truly do. Not only police jury members, but those who are in the audience. I thank you for the opportunity. I also want to say thanks, James, Tony, for all the help you've been giving today, kind of insight into running and doing this whole political process. Dennis, thank you for your service. You're my representative, and you were kind enough to coach my little girl in upward basketball, First Baptist now years ago, and thank you for your service then. Thank you now. Appreciate that. I'm here running for office. You guys have all done this. Been around, seeking to serve, going to meet the people, looking for one of the highest opportunities in our community. That's to serve those from the lowest to the highest. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm out here doing right now. My name is Brent Hawkins. I'm running for judge for Ward 3, Lake Charles City Court. And we start thinking about the importance of that. Right now, we're on the front end of a great economic boom. And many of the things that happen over there at City Court are critical and vital to our citizens being able to partake in that. Okay? And so we start thinking about what are the attributes of a judge that we want sitting over there. Okay? We start thinking about things such as, is he a family man? Does he have kids? Is he well-rounded? I'm not talking about my swimsuit figure here, okay? Does he have experience? Does he have a track record? Okay? How does he work with others? Does he have the ability, desire to be part of the process and make this community better in that role as judge? And I think that all of us would agree those are important attributes. Well, let me share with you, I'm a family man. My wife's Dr. Giselle McKinney. She delivers babies out at Lake Charles Memorial Hospital. I'm the father of 3 20-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, in college. Keep me busy. Got a 12-year-old little girl who can't wait to be 16 because she wants to drive. So I'm working on that. I'm trying to get my, she's already told me what car she wants, but I'm sure some of y'all have been through that already. Talk about being well-rounded. Let me tell you why that's important. You want to judge, particularly in this court. City court is the people's court. Okay? And I say that to mean that it's designed for particularly a civil litigant, if they need to go in and file a complaint, to be able to do that without a lawyer. We count on that judge there having some common sense and being able to discern and figure out what's going on to get to the right result, the balance. And that's why that's important. Now, in that regard, I've got over 16 years of non-legal experience. That's incredibly broad. Done all types of things that lends to that experience. And what that does, it builds your basis for developing common sense, discernment. And that's what we need, okay? It's so vital. We talk about being able to have a track record of treating folks with dignity and respect, with regard, with treating folks as individuals. I have a very sound track record and reputation of that, and I feel very comfortable making that statement. I do. I have a good reputation for working with people, because understanding that as a judge, you're working with plaintiffs, you're working with defendants, you're working with attorneys, you're working with court staff, and all those people, in order for it to work together, they have to have someone who appreciates the concept that everyone brings value. I do that. I've always done that consistently. I've done that through my various careers that is so important. City court is a place where you want someone who's going to be fair, who's going to be compassionate, who's going to be consistent. Let me tell you what fairness means in my mind's eye. What it means is, on the criminal side, it's city court. Here's what it doesn't mean. No one's been shot, stabbed. No one's laying in a hospital, okay? There are offenses that we find ourselves in, tickets, kids doing silly things that kids do, loud music, alcohol, swipe something out of Walmart. It's not right, but they find themselves there. That is the kid in that moment. That's not the kid in their totality. So we need to have somebody there who has a consciousness that kid needs something corrective, that we have to find justice, that right balance between accountability and how we're going to provide rehabilitation for them. It's being plugged into the services that are available right here in our community to arrive at that end. In that sense, we have to leave them better off when they finish the process than the reason that they ended up there in the first place. I'm committed to that. I've done that as a prosecutor. I seek to do that in those opportunities as a criminal defense attorney now, my practice. On the civil side, plain and simple, it means that everyone's treated with dignity and respect, and everyone understands the process. I think one of the challenges that we hear sometimes, folks walk away, what happened? Why did that happen? Well, I think the judge has a responsibility of making sure they understand, and the judge has got to want that. Not just, bam, go, pay, sit. But no, sir, this is the process, this is where we are in the process, these are your rights, and this is how we're going to proceed. Do you have any questions? It's imperative that they understand. I come from a background of service, and I've enjoyed serving in this community, and it's been an awesome, awesome opportunity. And so as I think about this position now that I'm running for, it's something that's been in my heart for many years. I became an attorney so that I could be a judge, so that I could serve at one of the most significant levels in the community to be able to make a difference, and that is what I'm committed to doing, and that is what I plan on doing. One of my opponents suggests that being a judge, you need someone who has more than a law degree. I pondered on that a little bit. I'm trying to, because it's a little, makes sense but doesn't make sense, but I started thinking about it, and it clicked. Someone who has some real life experience, someone who understands what's going on with those people coming in and out from a personal perspective, not from the perspective of singularly ever being a lawyer where you're resolving disputes. Prior to becoming an attorney, while here waiting to get my license, I worked at Delta Downs Casino. I was an air conditioning technician. That's what I did for about 5 months, waiting to get my license. I worked with folks who swept floors, cut grass, tended to the horses, side by side with them. No one ever knew I was an attorney because I wasn't there to be an attorney. Worked side by side, would hear the stories, the lives, what was going on, and it reminded me of those 16 years of experience that I had worked with people, and that we have so much more in common with regard to desires in life, perils in life, what's going on with the kids and our family. That's what I bring to the bench. That is what I would bring to the bench. For everyone that's here, we've got to make the right decision, and I would suggest to you that I am that right decision. I'm going to close out and try not to, on my way leaving here, trip over Rob McCorkdale's sign, and I'm going to ask everyone for the vote. And I know some of you may not live in Ward 3, and that's okay. You know someone that does, okay? And you can tell them, hey, look, yeah, I've seen some signs, this Brent Hawkins, and he's definitely the nicest looking guy, but I got a chance to listen to him. And I think he's going to be all right for us. He's got a real sense of experience. He's done some things in life other than being an attorney, and we need somebody with that type of common sense on the bench looking after us. And unless anyone has any questions, I will conclude.
Any questions from the jury? Thank you so much.
Thank you all
for
so
coming,
much for
Mr.
the
Hawkins.
opportunity.
Good luck to you.
With that, we will move to item number 5.